Laker fans, welcome to another preview video. Playing Oklahoma City again in OKC on a little kind of two-game mini series. But wow, I mean, just getting into it, what a performance! I mean, 9.5-point dogs heading into the game on Sunday, and then the Lakers win 126-99. I mean, that was it was a beatdown. The Lakers destroyed them in every asset of the game. And I know some people are going to point to the haters are going to go, well, Oklahoma City doesn't really need it. They played everybody. And I think we're starting to see some things about Oklahoma City, considering Friday you lose to the Rockets in Houston, and then the Lakers come in and work you. And it wasn't that they it's not like they played their starters and pulled them in half and then put them back in. They were trying to win that game, and the Lakers were shutting them down defensively. They were making Shea take incredibly tough shots. They were helping on him every time he drove in. The only time he had any success was those little kind of baseline fadeaways. And I thought offensively, JJ Redick's game plan was just fantastic. And Oklahoma City was trying to put Hartenstein and Holmgren, kept switching the bigs out on the Luka Doncic on screens, and Luka just kept shooting over it. They didn't try to push it inside. They just were hitting shots, 22 of 43s on the night. I mean, that's unreal lethal shooting. That's going to beat most teams on any night. And no, are the Lakers going to be shooting like that over a 7-game series if they play Oklahoma City? No, probably not. But what we saw was they were mixing defensive coverages up, and the Lakers were just getting after him. And I think when Luka Doncic, let's say that they changed that. The switching the bigs out on Luka doesn't work. So now you're going to stick Lou Dort, your best defender, on Luka. Well, he didn't really have much success either. And if you're going to stick Lou Dort there, then, I mean, your second best defender is going to go guard LeBron. And then your third best defensive player is going to be guarding Austin Reeves. I mean, that's a lethal concept for the Lakers. When the big three are on, they are a hard team to beat, and the supporting cast getting involved. Vincent, Rui Hachimura. So massive win, huge win for the standings in terms of the Lakers. I mean, that was a game that Vegas didn't even expect them to win that game. And I think we're starting to look at OKC a little bit differently now. No, they're still a very good team, but there's something to be said for teams that aren't playing in tight games. I think you see this in the NFL. I think you see this in the NBA and in all sports, is when you're kind of blowing teams out for a large portion of the season. I saw a stat on Sports Center where the Lakers led by 20-plus for about 29 minutes, and that had only happened about 12 or 13 minutes the entire season where Oklahoma City had been led by 20-plus or more. There's something to be said for when you're not really tested. You don't have to come back on teams. You haven't had to. You haven't really been challenged in a long time. You're going to get to the playoffs, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander didn't get to the free throw line. You're not going to get those calls. They call the games tighter. It's lower scoring. They allow a lot more physical defense, a little bit more 90s style of basketball, which I love. And I think the Thunder's got a few problems, and they got to figure it out. This game, though, looking ahead to this one, Lakers look like they're going to be forfeiting this game when the injury report came out. So it came out today, injury report, Luka with a right groin strain, Dorian Finney-Smith, left ankle effusion, LeBron, left groin strain, Bronny, illness, Reeves, right ankle sprain, Vincent, left knee effusion, are all questionable. So that's telling you that all those guys weren't on the injury report the game before. They're putting them in the injury report with some mystical injuries to probably hold them out of this one. Rui Hachimura has already been ruled out, and Kleba as well. So the Lakers, knowing they got the back-to-back, knowing they're going to be in Dallas Wednesday, emotional game, Luka return, Anthony Davis, we're going to be seeing him for the first time, Max Christie as well to a lesser degree. I think the Lakers are realizing that Oklahoma City, beating them twice in a row, I think the Lakers could fully do, but they're just realizing that, hey, let's take our shot with the Mavericks on Wednesday versus trying to run them out again and play on the back-to-back and kind of just maximize, because the Lakers got a lot of help on Sunday. The Warriors lost and the Nuggets lost. So the Lakers in the standings have actually moved up with the win. We'll get into that more in a second. On the Oklahoma City side of things, they've released the injury report. Jalen Williams is questionable. The one that comes off the bench, not Jalen Williams, the number 2 best player on their team. Dean's out. Dukas is out. AJ Mitchell's out. And Nikola Topic's out. So they're going to play everyone. Now, I don't know how much, especially with the Lakers not playing most of their guys, if they're really they'll probably pull their guys after half if they're up on the Lakers by a lot. Again, they don't have a ton of initiative. They're not playing for anything. They're locked into the 1 seed. But I'm sure if the Lakers had played their guys, they would want a little get back, because the Lakers flat out embarrassed them on Sunday. And They haven't been embarrassed like that all year. And the Lakers are playing with a lot of swagger. And Luka really owns this team. Luka last year played him great. And they're now doing it with the Lakers. So there's definitely kind of a mental edge right now that's going to go to the Lakers. But Vegas is telling you they don't think all these guys are going to play because Oklahoma City is actually favored by 11.5 with the point total set at 228.5. I don't think after the performance we saw on Sunday, the Lakers will be 11.5 point dogs because they were 9.5 going into the game on Sunday to begin with. Beating them by 27 points, you would not go back 2 points, make it a 2-point more favorable spread for them. So we're going to be seeing a lot of the backups. Hey, maybe the Lakers pull something out. Maybe the backups do something. But it looks like the Lakers are kind of forfeiting this game without actually forfeiting the game. But looking around the standings. So this is what we got to watch out for. Obviously, playing Oklahoma City, playing Dallas on Wednesday, Houston on Friday, Portland on Sunday. So 4 games left. We're going to have preview videos, of course, for all those. But the Lakers, as I mentioned, got some real help Sunday in the standings. The Rockets beat the Warriors. So now the 2 seeds probably out of reach, which is a bit of a bummer. But the silver lining in that is the Warriors did lose. So the Lakers are 3.5 games back of the Rockets. They would have to the Lakers would have to win out, and they're clearly not interested in doing that in this game, considering the amount of injuries on the report. And the Rockets would have to lose every game. But they do play the Lakers on Friday. Then there's the Lakers sitting in the 3 spot. Nuggets are the 4 spot. They're now a game and a half back. Because of that loss to the Pacers, really, they were leading for a good portion of that game. Christian Brown was really having a nice night. And the Pacers kind of snuck one there at the end, which was really helpful for the Lakers. So thank you to the Indiana Pacers. They're 1.5 games back of the Lakers. Right behind them, the Clippers are then 5. The Warriors are 6. The Timberwolves are 7. And the Grizzlies are 8. They all have the same record. So they're all 2 games back of the Lakers. So the coast isn't clear for the Lakers yet, but Sunday was a massive day considering the Warriors lost and the Nuggets lost, and the Lakers were able to win. So they were able to get some breathing room there. Going back to tiebreakers, the Lakers have tiebreakers against the Nuggets, even though it's 2-2 on the regular season series. They have it because of conference record. The Clippers, they have a tiebreaker over. The Warriors, they have a tiebreaker over. The Timberwolves and the Grizzlies as well. So these are massive things for the Lakers, that the Lakers just win their games after Oklahoma City, assume they lose this game, beat the Mavs. You're going to be favored against Portland. You should be favored the rest of the way. Obviously, Houston and Dallas are 2 good teams. Portland got officially eliminated from playoff contention yesterday, so that was big. They won't be playing for anything. The ownership will be wanting to lose. But some also other things to root for tomorrow. Tonight's slate, there's not really anything that affects the Lakers. The Kings are playing in the Western Conference, but they're way back. They're going to be in the 9th spot. They're just fighting with the Mavs for the 9 and 10. Tomorrow, Grizzlies playing the Hornets. Would love for the Hornets to pull an upset in Charlotte. Timberwolves playing the Bucks in Milwaukee. We'd love Milwaukee to win that game. Warriors playing the Suns. Hopefully the Suns pull that off in Phoenix. And then the Spurs are playing the Clippers in LA. So those are games that we should all be keeping an eye on, especially assuming the Lakers maybe drop this one. But hey, maybe they do something. The Lakers have shown a lot of fight. And the win on Sunday, I think, was a massive step forward for potentially what could come in the playoffs. And the Lakers playing with some real confidence. I mean, you beat the Grizzlies, you beat the Rockets. I know you lose to the Warriors, but Luka had a terrible game, and they were in it at the end. And if they hold on to the ball, who knows what happens there with about 20 seconds to go. And then you go in and whoop Oklahoma City. So huge performance. Alan's going to get you guys on the morning show per usual, as well as the post-game show at night. Hopefully we're talking about a Laker W. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and go Lakers.